Hi, welcome to Ani Recapped. Today, I will explain a 2018 fantasy comedy called Konosuba God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Legend of Crimson. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and take care. A frog can be seen eating a goat, and something big explodes in the background. After that, some village people are seen talking about how there will be no more tuna for harvesting, since some crazy wizard killed all of them. We then meet Kazuma, who is angry because this girl called Megumin caused a huge explosion that went wrong. She is a Crimson Demon wizard from Crimson Demon Village, and she possesses astonishing magic powers. As she was performing her magic recently, she accidentally killed many tuna, so she is to blame for the whole mess. A girl named Yunyun then approaches their table, and she tells Kazuma she wants to have a baby with him. Then they all go to Kazuma's place, and they have a talk about what just happened in the bar. Yunyun claims she simply must have a baby with him, and everyone thinks she is really weird. Kazuma is known as a womanizer, so he accepts her offer and states that he wants a girl, but Yunyun says it must be a boy. She shows them a letter from her dad, and it says how Demon King will attack and destroy their beautiful village. A prophecy says that Yunyun must have a son with someone who looks like Kazuma. Only that child can defeat the evil king. Megumin says how Crimson Demons can survive the attack, and that there is no need to interfere, which makes Yunyun very angry. After all, they decide to investigate what is going on, so they embark on a journey to Crimson Demon Village. They visit a wizard called Wiz, and she teleports them to a location near the village. But there is one problem, however. There is a horny female orc population there, and they are always on the hunt for some fresh male meat. As soon as they are teleported, a horde of female orcs starts chasing Kazuma, since he is the only male they have seen in a long time. As it turns out, the male orc population is gone and now there are only females left. They desperately want to have a male company, so Kazuma's arrival came in like a present for them. The orcs chase him and yell that they want hundreds of kids with him, which forces him to scream in agony. Upon seeing that, darkness collapses. One orc jumps out from the crowd and attacks Kazuma, but then Yunyun does her magic thing. She turns the soil into a purple liquid mass which swallows the orcs. She tells them if they go away she will forget about this incident. The orcs then go away, since they cannot fight the Crimson Demons, and Kazuma thanks Yunyun for her help. The group then travels further to the village and Yunyun and Megumin start to fight. As they scream and yell, they attract Demon King's soldiers who are scouting the area. Aqua first tries to talk with the enemy, but Megumin then jumps in and uses her magic attacks to stop them. She causes a huge explosion which stops the Devil King's men, but attracts more of them. Many of them then appear, but luckily Crimson Demons from the village then appear, and they kill everyone in sight. They take the group to see Megumin's father, who is supposed to be dead according to the letter. He states that it was just a prank, and that is how they communicate in their village. Yunyun then asks him about the Devil King's attack on the village, but he does not seem to be worried about it. However, there is a general in the evil army who has exceptional powers, and she might present a problem. An alert is then heard, the evil army is attacking the village. We watch how Crimson Demons turn them into pieces of meat and ash. The group watches the fight in disbelief, since Crimson Demon's powers are simply unbelievable. The group later visits Megumin's place, where her whole family is waiting for them. Megumin falls asleep because she exhausted herself when she used her powers, and her dad inquires Kazuma about their relationship. Kazuma states they are only friends, but her dad does not believe him and he goes crazy. Kazuma offers them a gift and speaks about his wealth, which makes Megumin's dad happy, and he suddenly likes the boy. Kazuma later takes a bath and then notices how Megumin's mother charmed everyone with a sleeping spell. She tells him to help her transfer her daughter to another room, and he helps her. She then locks the door behind him. He eventually decides to join Megumin in her bed. He then decides to act and approaches her, but she then wakes up. She looks suspicious, and he tells her he was not trying to do anything. She does not believe him and runs out of the room, screaming that he is a perv. In the morning, the group gathers and they have a talk. As they speak, they call Kazuma different names. They mock him because Megumin told them he is a perv. They go to a mysterious fortress and Megumin explains that something very important is inside, but nobody can break through the vault to get it. Next they go around the city and visit a local clothing store. The seller shows them his goods and they notice a strange piece of metal on which he hangs washed clothes. They take a good look at it, and it is actually a big gun. They also visit a place called Red Prison, which is actually an academy for crimson demons where they train their magic powers. They continue their walk, and Megumin reveals how long ago Yunyun sacrificed her magic points to teach her a powerful magic trick, which is currently Megumin's most powerful one. Something explodes in the woods, and the group goes to check it out. It is the evil army, but this time their most powerful general is with them. Her name is Sylvia and she hides many secrets. Kazuma stands out and introduces himself as somebody else to scare them away. He acts to be a person who defeated the evil army in the past, so Sylvia orders everyone to retreat. That evening Megumin again shares her bed with Kazuma. They have a talk and it seems like she forgot about the day before, when she called him a perv. They become intimate, but then the alarm goes off again, telling everyone that they are under attack. It is Sylvia and she has come to face Kazuma. He approaches her, enraged because she interrupted his night with Megumin. As they converse he reveals that he is not the powerful warrior he previously claimed to be, and Sylvia seizes him. She pushes him next to her body and he actually likes it. His friends try to save him but he tells them to leave him alone. Sylvia is attacked, but the magic does not work on her. Sylvia then tells everyone that their magic cannot hurt her, because she is not 100% demon. She is part demon, part chimera and part human. She has taken this human form, but she is actually more. Kazuma lets her grab him again, and he tells the others to leave him alone, and that she is treating him nicely. It is because she charmed him, which is just one of her powers. She then escapes with him to that fortress we saw previously, and explains how there is a unique weapon hidden inside. She further states how that weapon can defeat crimson demons, because it destroys their magic. It is called Mage Killer. They reach the vault but she cannot open it. Kazuma then notices that there is a password controller that opens the vault, and he operated something like that in the past. He simply talks too much when he is near Sylvia because he thinks she is extremely hot. She throws her charms again and Kazuma opens the doors for her. As she enters, he thinks about what he has just done and to correct it, he closes the doors behind her, trapping her inside. The rest of the group then arrives, but then suddenly the fortress explodes. Sylvia appears in a completely different form. She tells them how she has the power to assimilate with things, so now she has become one with the weapon that can end the crimson demons. Now she is the weapon. She then rushes to the village and attacks it, killing everyone in her path and destroying everything around her with her devastating attacks. The villagers watch the destruction from above, and conclude they must do something about it. They say how she now has unlimited power but that there is something that might stop her. There are ruins nearby that hold a secret about the weapon that can destroy Mage Killer, so Kazuma takes his friends and goes to investigate. He feels enormous guilt because he let Sylvia into the fortress. They reach the ruins, and Aqua is able to read it. It says how some scientist created enhanced humans, and he named them Crimson Demons. He also made a powerful weapon called the Mage Killer that can stop the wizards, but he also created yet another powerful gun that can stop the Mage Killer. That gun is actually that metal thing on which the seller who owns the clothing store hangs his clothes. Kazuma is shocked by the exploration, and he says this village is completely crazy. An army of crimson demons then arrive and they attack Sylvia and her army, but with no success. She then fights back, and forms a dome of some kind, which strips everyone of their power. Crimson demons now try to attack her, but with no success. Their powers are completely gone and they are ordinary humans now. They start to run and Sylvia follows them. She wants to annihilate all of them. She almost kills a member of the Crimson Demons, but Yunyun stops her. She unleashes her powerful magic, and tells Sylvia she must fight her if she wants to proceed. Sylvia attacks her right away, and Yunyun can only run away from her since Sylvia is very powerful in this form. Meanwhile, Kazuma has brought the rail gun that can kill Sylvia. He tries to shoot it, but nothing happens. It seems like something is missing and nobody knows what it is. Megumin then appears and she starts to cast her spell. She unleashes her power, but it only fills the gun with magic. It now looks full and ready for action, so Kazuma points it once again towards Sylvia, and as he speaks how he is about to end her, Megumin's sister approaches and fires the gun. It penetrates through Sylvia, creating a huge hole in her body. She can then be seen in the land of the dead, where she meets two other deceased generals. They talk to her and drag her underwater. She screams in agony, stating how she does not want to die yet. Suddenly she comes back to life, but looks completely different since she transformed into a huge liquid monster. She is now one with those two deceased generals from the land of the dead, and basically has become invincible. Sylvia once again morphs into a more powerful creature. She has now taken her ultimate form. She releases a huge purple blob onto her enemies, but the attack is stopped by Wiz, who arrives together with Vammer. She talks to Wiz and Vammer, calls them traitors, and tells them she will kill them as well. Kazuma and his friends now run for their lives since they cannot do anything. While running, Kazuma has a wild idea. Wiz then approaches the wizards from the village who lost their powers. Wiz is a very powerful wizard who can spell dark magic, and she is about to do something really crazy. She casts her dark spell which gathers magical powers from every inhabitant of Crimson Demon Village. Meanwhile, Kazuma is running towards Sylvia, screaming that he wants her and that she is beautiful. Since Sylvia likes him a lot, she stops her attack and grabs Kazuma with her tentacles. He then also becomes one with Sylvia, as she consumes him just like she did with the others. Wiz then gathers all the magic and sends it to Yunyun and Megumin. The two of them then join forces. They absorb the magic given by Wiz and shoot it towards Sylvia. It is the strongest magic ever seen and everyone is in shock. But Sylvia stops the attack, shielding herself with her own magical powers. Kazuma then says multiple kind words to her. She gets distracted and the magic goes through, killing her on sight. After the battle, we see Kazuma and Megumin. The weather is beautiful outside and they are talking about the horrible events that struck the village. Megumin tells him she will throw away her explosion magic, but Kazuma tells her he wants to see it once again. She casts the spell, and a huge explosive cloud rises above the earth. The explosion is stronger than ever before and it leaves a heart-shaped cloud behind it. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Have a great day and see you in the next video.